But what are our problems? What are your problems? What are my problems? You know, how many times we get to look at it? Because we don't really look at stuff until it's smack dab in our face. So let's try to look at some stuff. Because this is how I thought about it. So listen, here's the scenario. A guy is running to get on the train, right? He missed the train, right? So now he missed the train. He lose his job. He lose his job. He behind on his child support. He behind on his child support. He get arrested. What was the problem there? You see what I'm saying? So that's what I'm trying to think about. So damn, what was the problem? Was the problem that he missed the train? From that one moment of if he would have just caught the train, he would have what? Went to work. But that's not the problem. The train wasn't the problem. Nope. The problem would still arise the next day. As soon as the one day comes when he missed the train, everything was still unraveled. See, we don't think about how silly stuff is like that. Like, damn, you just cause you can't tell nobody, yeah, I missed the train. You missed the train, yeah, I missed the train, and they fired me for my job. Like, wow, that sounds crazy. That's why you in here. You know what I mean? Like we all of it, niggas up in the bullpen. Like that's why you in here. No, I'm in here because I missed the job and da da da. Child support. Okay. So what is your problem? You know, that's how we got to start thinking of life. We don't want to react to something and say, yeah, the problem was the train. No, the problem was that we could have everything together and everything not together. Like he didn't have everything together. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we got to start to look at. What could be a problem? If I lose my job, what's going to happen? Right? If I don't have little money, what's going to happen? If I miss a payment on this, what's going to happen? Right? These are things that could be a problem. Right? So, missing the train and running late to work, you might miss a day of work if you already know that, hey, that's not a problem. Because, hey, I'm making sure that just because I missed this train, I'm not going to lose my job. You see what I'm saying? And if I do lose my job, I'm gonna have something to give Shorty so she can understand. I just lost my job, but it's not. I hate you. I don't want to beef with you. And if I was beefing with you, I'm sorry. I lost my job. Here goes something. Be easy, right? So what is our problem? Because again, that opened up a whole realm and train of thought. Because it be the little things they add up. You know, it be the little things that add up, and as soon as like somebody pull a rug underneath you, and so somebody, nudge you, it's like the whole thing fall into shambles. You know what I mean? Peace to the guys. How many times has he missed the train? Exactly. Peace to the goddess. That's the problem. You see what I'm saying? That's the problem too, right? That you're not getting up early enough, right? That you're not making sure that you don't miss the train. You know what I'm saying? Like making sure that catching the train is not a problem. You know what I mean? Getting up in time to make sure that you're not on your last leg with it. You know what I mean? And that's a very good point. And that's the thing that we got to start looking at, right? All of those things could be possible, but damn, how many times did he miss the joint? That's the problem, right? This ain't obviously hopeful. I mean, it ain't his first time. It could have been his first time. Like, niggas be looking for excuses to fire people, right? So hey man, you could have been something else. And this was just he on probation, you know what I mean? And this was just it. But I get it though, you know what I'm saying? And that's what we gotta do with our lives. We gotta start making sure that every duck is in a row. That's why I be telling y'all, like, the best thing is when you starting from scratch. When you don't have no ducks. Motherfuckers took your ducks, scammed your ducks, stole your ducks, you lost your ducks, you gave them away. Cool. Now I get to watch all of these niggas and put them all in a row. You know what I'm saying? And make sure that everything is never going to be a problem. As every plant is growing, I'm pruning it. I'm watching it. I'm making sure it ain't a problem. Because again, I'm telling you, like, it seems like it's going to be a big deal because we don't watch it. We don't think about it in the future of what it can be. You know what I'm saying? And what this means to us. Like, again, a lot of stuff, like, you don't really know the best. Like how do you really know somebody's your girlfriend or your boyfriend? Like, for me, it kind of come after, like, when niggas say that, I ain't fucking with you. Word. Damn. Like, not to say they ever said that, but just to say, like, damn, where they at? You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, the absence makes the heart grow fonder. You see what I'm saying? So don't stress that. We want to be good from the beginning. You know what I mean? And we want to be focused with our intentions. You know, because that's just how it goes to me. That's just how it goes to me. I don't know. I lost my train with that one, but I'm trying to say about just keeping your ducks in a row from the beginning, from nurturing stages, from planning stages. That's why, again, like, we don't necessarily want to do everything in the beginning. I know people be like, yo, you want to save the world. Okay, cool, I do. But I have to put one step in front of the other. I have to go do this and do that. You know what I mean? It's having your ducks in a row. Sometimes you can't do everything. Like, again, I may have all the information in the world, but I can't just share it because it needs to be in an order. It needs to be laid out with understanding. You know what I'm saying? And that's the same way with our winnings, with our goals in life. We have to be able to be appreciative, right, of each little step, of each building block. So that way we got these ducks in a row. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the whole thing about, like, that we learn when it's like spending less than you make. It's not budgeting. It's better than budgeting, right? You know what I mean? But it kind of lets you know what's important to you. What is important to you on your daily? Like, what are these ducks that need responsibility? What is this stuff that need watering and growing? What can die? Like I say, a lot of people gonna leave some of these houses alone. You know what I mean? They're gonna just leave the keys. Like, fuck it, this can die. You know, some of this other stuff, hey, it might can live. So it's like, what do we think in our life is most fundamental? Like, you know what I mean? Like, sometimes, like with Shelly, like, okay, she's saying she having problems with, like, some people around her that don't understand. Okay, cool. Now, if you were to center your world around something, what would it be? Like I told y'all yesterday, when my friend was like, I couldn't sleep in his car, I stopped everything in life that I wouldn't be happy doing, because I realized I'm by myself now. I don't have no friends out here. If I die today, niggas gonna laugh. You dig what I'm saying? So if they laugh, I might as well die happy. You know what I mean? So get your one plant. Get your one plant and make sure that's bomb on the manifestation thing, on the feeding it thing, on the pruning it thing, on the talking to it thing. You know what I'm saying? On the working it thing. That's it. And build from there. Everything comes from there. You know what I'm saying? Now you got your first duck in a row. You got, like that's what I'm saying with this right here. It's like, yeah, I'm really trying to just get comfortable, because I'm trying to get comfortable with the conversation. I'm trying to get comfortable with, with everything that's important to us, right? Let us get our ducks in a row. You know what I'm saying? Let's not, jump off in trending topics and shit like that just because we could, right? No. So that's in everything in life. Like, what's important to you should be priority to you, you know? And therefore, you want to be comfortable. Because again, this is like, you got to have one thing that you worship, that's worthy. All those things mean the same thing. We don't know it. But if something is worthy of working for. And if you're working for something, you're worshiping it. You see what I'm saying? So all of those three things are the same thing. Because again, we talking about values, and they're all based upon our value systems, not how much things cost. Because again, we work for things, we work for people, work for free for the God in the sky, right? Or for some cults and all types of stuff, things that they worship. So all of those things are based upon your values, what you put value in. Check the yes box on the note. Right. But that's what we got to do. We got to keep our ducks in a row. We got to keep our whole priorities, right, in order. And so, yes, what I'm saying is, right, boom. So now, once you, because again, once you start to make this thing a part of your life, right? Once you start to become comfortable with doing something now, okay, cool. Every Tuesday, 2 o'clock, I'm gonna be here. I gotta make a way. I gotta find a way to be here. Wow. Now at 2 o'clock, okay, cool. I can figure out, well, I got time to do this after this, right? Now I got free nighttime and da 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 da. Nighttime, I can start another project. You know what I'm saying? Because see, like the thing about stuff is like you want to give it your attention. Your attention is your divinity. You know what I mean? So now that you got, once this is going and this is growing, and I'm comfortable here, it becomes second nature. I'm not second guessing. Then I could go to something where I might have to second guess, where I might be new and I might be trying, because hey, this doesn't disturb me or take away from me. I'm still free to try new and other things. That's what building is. That's the planning and your plot. You know what I mean? And your crops. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we want to do. We want to be able to put one thing first, and then, okay, cool. Once we get this down, we can find time to do something else. Now, this is second priority, right? First, let me make sure I got the thing that I love to do. Now we're going to take a little time to learn something new, right? Okay, cool. Boom. Next. Oh, this is kind of cool. It don't take too much. You know what I'm saying? Now you add another priority, and now your ducks. You see that? They all in a row. They all are being prioritized. You see what I'm saying? And this is success. You know, this is success. Again, corn, beans, and squash. All of these things help each other. All of these things, all these seeds that we plant help each other. They all like, because again, your next priority is going to be aligned with what you are in love with. Again, your first priority has to be your passion. Has to be what you are willing to set aside, what you're willing to be laughed at, ridiculed, and made fun of. Oh, what's she doing? She don't know what she's doing. He crazy. Why he trying to do that? He ain't never tried that before. He just wake up one day and wanted to do that. Yes. You gonna look crazy. Yes. That's your priority. That's your first love. Now, once you got your first love set, you can start adding on. You see what I'm saying? You can get everything else in order. But this comes first. I'm building on. I'm adding on. You see what I'm saying? I'm and again, because once you get in peace to the gods, once you get in love with your thing, you're going to develop it. That's what I'm saying. Like, you're going to develop it. It's going to be more things to do. Oh, damn, if I just did this, you know, that might add up onto this. So that's what you'll spend, your next priority on. Like she said, prioritize nurturing the seeds you've planted. I like that. That's facts. That's big facts. But sometimes you gotta let them shits go though. Listen, we you gotta make it this. What's your problem? Are you holding on to seeds that aren't supposed to grow? Are you holding on to seeds that might not be in season, and you prioritizing some stuff and you know that it's not the season for that? You know what I'm saying? So if you already got seeds planted, then we already in priority here. Those seeds are your priority, true indeed. But if those seeds aren't your priority, you might gotta let them go. Because now you know that, hey, I could grow seeds. Why don't I just spend the time growing my priorities? Because as we growing and we developing, all seeds not gonna be trees, you know? And you planting different type of seeds. Sometimes you might run, like I say, you're the point where you have to focus on your priority. Like I didn't know. Like I said, I had a lot of seeds growing. A nigga offered me a record label. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, nah, fuck that seed. And I know people might say that's crazy, but you don't want like when you gotta be you gonna be a fool anyway. When you're gonna be scrutinized anyway, prioritize your seeds. Fuck them seeds. It's cool. I got a new seed. A seed that, because again, like, what makes people want to ask you, what do you do? And what do you do should be something that you should be proud to say, something that should flow off the top of your life, off your tongue. You know what I'm saying? Something that should make you feel joy. You know what I mean? So I didn't want to be a rapper. I knew I had to do this TV thing, so I had to get back to it. Peace to the gods. The tree may not produce any fruit. Some trees don't. Peace to the gods. Some trees don't. That's why you gotta realize what you up against. What did you plant? You see what I'm saying? What tree did you plant? You know what I mean? What state were you in? What vibration were you in? Do you want to stick around for the fruit of that lower vibrational tree? Do you want to stick? That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't want to stick around for the fruit of that lower vibrational tree. I didn't want to stick around for the motherfucking for the possibility of eating that forbidden ass fruit and shit. Nah, I'm good. You see what I'm saying? Because I realize there ain't no fucking love on the other side of that shit. Niggas don't care. It's all a shit show. So if I can get over here and get some different fruit and be satisfied and fulfilled and then want to share that fruit, I'm cool with it. You know? But yeah, like every tree, like I say, and that's a spiritual level of this. But of course it's all spiritual. But yeah, where were you at? Where were you at, peace, when you planted that? You know what I'm saying? Are you in a place where that's going to come back as nourishment? Are you in a space where that's going to come back as divinity, or did you plant a seed that's going to come back venomous, dangerous? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, sometimes you gotta leave a seed. Like, I mean, that's growth and development. That's being in tune with yourself. And like I say, like, some people will laugh at you, like he just woke up one day and knew. You just woke up one day and was like, yo, I want better. I don't want this to happen. That's why I'm saying, when we start to think about what is your problem and what could be your problem, you'll start today and start to wake up feeling better. Like, damn, that's nothing. I can stay ahead of that. That's what I'm saying. All of this, what's our problems, is a lot of shit we can stay ahead of, you know? And once we get ahead of this thing, we can put our priorities straight, you know? And again, like, because, like, back to what you said, don't feel like, oh, you leaving a tree or some shit. No, you gotta respect where you were and where that fruit was and what you attracted at the time. If I'm attracting enemies and devils and liars and crooks, I gotta respect the fruit of that at that time. Well, this is what I was attracting. Wow, I got robbed. You know what I'm saying? I got arrested. I got da 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 da. What the fruit? You know what I'm saying? So this is the fruit of that tree. I don't want that fruit no more. You know what I'm saying? So since I don't want that fruit no more, that whole tree can go. Man. And that's how you gotta look at life and shit. You know what I'm saying? That's how you gotta look at life and shit. You can't look at it like it's as you said, that tree. So I'm confused with what you saying. You said did I read something wrong here? Prioritize nurturing the seed. Yeah, I read this. Prioritize nurturing the seeds that you've planted, and then you say, okay, that tree might not produce any fruit. Right. Again, let me quote Divine, a line Divine here. Sometimes you have to walk away from the things that do not serve you. If a tree does not produce any fruit, then that motherfucker should be firewood, building, you know what I mean? It should be building wood, or it should be paper. Like, it should have a purpose. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna sit here and be upset about a tree that doesn't produce fruit. It was over. It's an experience. You know what I mean? And like I say, in some of these cases, we don't want the fruit. You don't want the yeah, man, you don't want it. Shout out to Eris. Remember when Eris got this whole thing and shit? I should bring out the pipe. No, I shouldn't. She took the pipe too. But yeah, that was that though. So let's keep going again with the problem. What is the problem? What is the problem? What is the problem? Right? Is the problem getting money, or is the problem keeping money? Like, back to what I said earlier about what do you do? You know, like, how many of us want to have pride when people ask, "Hey, what do you do?" You know, we want, and again, it's we want to have pride in that, and when we say it, like, look at Shelly, Jupiter, Gemini, Heather's healing hands. You know what I mean? What do you do? Well, I got healing hands. You know what I'm saying? I heal with my hands. That's what we want to do in life. We want to walk around and we want to, people ask you what you do. You want to tell them, hey man, I'm a spiritual teacher. I'm a divine, you know, connection. Or, I'm a healing hand. Like, that's what we want to do. These are the fruits that we want to produce. Like, if if people live their avatar, like, on that type of shit, like, we gotta live the avatar. That's why I be saying, like, get to the point and play it up. Be who you see. You don't know who you are. We want to know who we are. You don't. You don't, and you can't, because in reality, no one has ever done what you're doing before. You are you. You are so uniquely you and so divinely yourself that you gotta do it hard. You gotta play it up. You can, only thing you can imagine doing what you doing is you. Like, damn, that's crazy. What would I do if I was that? Didn't do it. Man, if I was really on my shit, I'd be like this. Didn't do it. Because that is the measurement. That's the motherfucking the only hater in the box is you. You know what I'm saying? So once you get to that point, peace to the God. I didn't hear what you said. It didn't get to me. You must have got blocked. But yeah, once you get to that point, you know what I mean? You in total understanding of shit. You in total understanding. Once you get to that point, it's like everything is coming to you now. And you ready to fight. You ready to fight. Because again, you want to tell everybody, this is what I do. This is who I am. You know what I mean? You want to stand on it. No. I got healing hands. Try me. No. I can heal you. Somebody's sick. You know what I'm saying? Somebody needs some help. That's what I do. I'm living this moniker. I'm living this avatar. I am. You know what I'm saying? I walk around looking for opportunities to demonstrate my healing hands. You see what I'm saying? And because who else? Like. So if Shelly got healing hands and shit, who is her model? Who her role model? Who can she look up to? I never heard nobody call it healing hands. You know what I'm saying? So for her, it's like she know what a person with healing hands would be like. She know how a person with healing hands will carry themselves. She know how you know what I'm saying? You did divine culture. He should know what divine culture talk is, right? What do you do, man? I represent God, God culture. You know what I'm saying? I'm a God culture representative. I represent divinity in life, and you know what I mean. In spoken word. You dig what I'm saying? So how do you represent divinity in spoken word and shit? You know what I mean? He know how to do that. He know how you would walk around and represent God, a God culture, a divine culture. So he can't look at another nigga because they don't see a God culture. Like we just seen a nigga seeing God body. Shout out to God body. A nigga seeing God mind, right? But he got God culture. And then now let's, you know what I mean? So when we walk around knowing that there is nobody that can see a God culture like this nigga, he brought it out. I never talked about, I never said that before. That's dope, right? Divine culture, right? But what is that? And how can somebody else see it? He gotta see it. He gotta play it up. You know what I'm saying? God culture. What is God culture? What is divine? Like that's a movement. That's closed. You know what I'm saying? Because there's culture, right? It's healing hands. What do you do with healing hands? Do you walk around with gloves and shit? You know what I'm saying? Why she got on gloves? Well, I just don't touch everything. My hands are healing. You know what I'm saying? Like remember the girl on Seinfeld and shit with the hands, how she get like, you know what I mean? Like she's a hand model and her hand was insured and shit. Like, so what do you do when you got healing hands? Do you walk around with gloves on? You know what I mean? And when it's time to go to work, do you pull them out finger to finger on a nigga like, oh, she going to work? You know what I'm saying? You gotta play it up. It's that thing. This is that time where we are M's. We are being. We are knowing. No one knows us better than us. How can we demonstrate divine culture? Play it up. How can we demonstrate healing hands? Put on your gloves and play it up. Why she wearing gloves? Oh, I got healing hands. You all right, baby? How you doing today? You know? You know what I'm saying? How do you live in your mind, in your I am, in your imagination? There's no one that could get that to you. I can't look at Diddy to be a mogul. I can't look at Oprah to be a talk show host. You know what I'm saying? I gotta look at the craziest thing that a priest. What's a priest king? What these niggas doing? You know what I mean? They cutting heads. They going crazy. They don't take no mess. You gotta live it. You gotta imagine it and play it up. So that's where we at in this new thing, in this new I am culture. Because again, once you prioritize you first, you are excited about being you and sharing you. Share, because again, like we're only here for that. We're only here for that. You know what I'm saying? We're only here for the the downloads, right? And what we got from the universe, what we brought new back from the source, what we came with first, right? So this is what we got here. I got I got God culture. Fucking nigga. And welcome, cuz. Welcome, you know what I'm saying? You in the right place. I told y'all, like, we chilling. But this is the right place, right? This is the home of God and goddess, of the gods and the goddesses, right? So, but yeah, that's the shit that y'all I'm gonna be pushing y'all up to and reminding y'all up to. I'm not sitting here wearing a crown for nothing, nigga. It's we are who we are and shit. A nigga got to knock this motherfucker off. You know what I'm saying? And we gotta live this life. We gotta live our reality. We gotta come. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's hard to watch a spiritual teacher beg for money when he should be on his motherfucking source. And this, if you real like, I wouldn't be talking about, if you real nigga, you better give me something. Better show me something, you know? Excited to represent what we know separates us from the masses. No doubt, no doubt. That's a passion. I will agree with that. That is a passion. That is a passion. But again, like, you gotta tame your passion. You gotta be disciplined, you know? You gotta be disciplined and shit. You gotta walk around with gloves on. You know what I'm saying? Like, seriously. Like a nigga touched the hem of Jesus' garment and was healed. You know what I'm saying? Like you need security. You just run around here healing niggas and niggas that touch niggas shake your hand and you change their life. You see what I'm saying? Boom. Tell them that shit. Talk your shit, right? That's what you know what I'm saying. So you need to walk around with gloves on. You know what I'm saying? Cause right, that's what the hands are. That's what you say in Spanish. Mano y mano. Hand to hand, right? Mano y mano. But it could be minds and all of that. We'll let you go with that. I like that though. You know? So you gotta be ready, like what separates you from the masses is not sharing your gift. What separates you from the masses is identifying your gifts. That's like you already separate and shit. We already separate from the niggas. Cause we know we different and shit. I'm trying to tell you, like, you gotta understand, like, that's where it starts at. When you start to be the healing hands, you already different. When you start to accept your talents and your abilities, you're already different. Nigga walking around here, quick shot. Oh, he crazy. No, he not playing. Oh, quick shot. Oh yeah, quick shot. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, quick shot, man. He quick on the draw. Oh, I'm gonna find out. Yeah, the last nigga is that he still called quick shot. You see what I'm saying? Sometimes, hey man, you don't want to test a nigga in their name and shit. You know what I'm saying? Because they will live it up. And that's how you gotta be out here. You gotta be you gotta be manifesting. You gotta have a show with your hand game. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have a show with your hand game. Because again, like healing is mental. Healing is mental. You know what I'm saying? If you call somebody and you ask them for help, and they first thing say is, "Well, I don't know if I can help you, but what you want?" That's not encouraging. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I don't know what you need, but I might try to help you. You know, tell me what you got. I ain't got too much, but I see what I can do. Tell me what you got. That's more encouraging. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, as a healer, it's like, you want to show them that hey man, I'm here to help. I do this. I am proficient in this. You know what I mean? Right, because you know who you are makes you separates you from the masses and shit. Because you know who you are. That's the beautiful thing about this side of the game, this experience, this winner side, this I am side, this dealing with our reality. You know? I get it's hard. And again, like I say, we gotta stop looking for reasons like to be separate. We got enough reasons to be separate from people. We got enough reasons, you know? So we don't necessarily want to keep focusing on being separate from people. I know we are, but we are. And we just accept it. Like, it don't even matter. Like, again, you got gifts. Like, if it's a preacher in the church, how many people healing? Niggas coming to the preacher to get the healing. You know what I'm saying? Everybody in the church ain't no healer. It might be some other people, if they got a chance, they could get busy, but you know what I'm saying? So it's like, it doesn't matter that everybody ain't a healer. As long as the preacher is healing niggas. You know what I'm saying? As long as the shit working. You see what I'm saying? And that's where we at. Like, we not trying, because it's enough people to heal than be trying to make healers. It's not that world. Like, the world is, you a healer, you always gonna have work. And that's why you want to wear gloves, because you want to know people that need healing and people that, the difference between people that just need attention. You know what I'm saying? You got so much goodness to give that you might just, get distracted with people that just need attention. You know? You got divine culture, and now you distracted by some niggas that's trying to get you to be a Hebrew and shit. You like, what? Yeah, nah. Divine culture, that sound good. You talking about Jesus? Yeshua? You know what I'm saying? You're gonna spend the afternoon talking to some Muslims and shit. They're gonna act like they with you, and they just want you to say that, yeah, divine culture, that's Muhammad, right? Like, huh? So you gotta know when a nigga is with you and the motherfucker just trying to convert you and shit. You know, a nigga trying to see if your hands ain't healing hands and shit. You know, energy vampires. That's what I be saying. Niggas think we out here performing tricks for people. Don't listen, man. Niggas think we out here performing tricks for people. I know they don't like when I roll these blunts, so I'm trying to save them the hate on the playback. But yeah, mm-hmm. All right. Yeah, niggas don't like this shit. Mm. Like you say, energy vampires. But you got to continue to grow and continue to give. Like again, why keep giving yourself to people that don't want it? You don't have to waste your time on that. Like we're not here to convince other people of anything. You know what I'm saying? Like a nigga, like I say, a ignorant, my like truth does not have to be validated by your ignorance. Truth does not have to be validated by what you do not know. That's crazy. And that's what people want. You know what I'm saying? They want us to act like what they know is the only thing that exists in shit. And if it can't fit into what they know, then they won't accept what you have to bring, what you offer and shit. So yeah, truth is shout out to Dick Gregory on that one. But truth is not, truth don't need to, because again, they're gonna get it. They're gonna get it. I really do understand that and believe that, like I say, in time. Shelly, you know how this shit takes. It takes time. Like, and that's why we gotta put that same type of energy into ourselves. Prioritize ourselves and take the time, invest the time into ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Like we are our biggest investment. Just knowing our problems, just knowing our opportunities. And again, like I say, we don't need the opportunity now. We just need to know it so that way if and when it comes up, we know how to handle it. Okay, cool. Next time I get some money, I'm gonna do this. I don't need it right now. Fuck it. If I would have had the last thing, I should have did this. The next time I get this money, I'm gonna do this. That's all it takes. That's all we gotta do. We ain't gotta stress over I needed today. No, 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 no. Just prioritize it. Next time it comes, I do this. And then continue to move about your life because you already set in motion. That's the thing. When you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. I mean, well, you're a pretty girl. That's the thing. But also, too, like again, we in an era where we are in like minds. We are in like minds. We are, you know what I mean? We are seeing people from past experiences. I be feeling it. You know what I'm saying? Like I tell y'all, like, and when you go through life, like you should really be going through life comfortable, knowing that you are going to meet people attached to your experience, however that goes. Again, I tell you about the soul kin, how it's all one cosmic will. We just keep coming back and forth, right? And that's the energy, you know, that that we are in, where it's like we see people for the first time and we feel like, hey man, I know this person. Hey, what's my nigga? It's such. You know what I mean? I had to detach for a while, learn to love and invest in myself. You do. I mean, we do. That's when for real. That's how you become spiritual rich. When you start to invest in yourself. When you start to invest in your spirituality, that's when you get those dividends. That's when you get earnings. And like you know what I'm saying? Like I was thinking to myself, I'm like, the problem with people is if my thing is this, if I could do something better than everybody else, I would want to. I could probably make money at it, and I, could probably be happy, right? I then should want to find out what can I do better than everybody else. And if I can't do it better than everybody else, what can I do extremely well? And how can I learn how to do one thing extremely well? The thing that is me. Like I say, like, what is this one thing? Their priority. And I think some people don't realize that they can't do anything. They want to be jack of all trades. But what is it, the one thing that you can do, that you want to do? Like I say, that you would tell people, hey, this is what I do. This is what I represent. This is my mission. This is my, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not running around here telling niggas I'm a rapper. Yeah, I'm a rapper. Right? Like, yeah, like, I don't want none of that energy on me. None of those connotations on me and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was just, no. What do you do? Okay, well, here, shit, I do this. Well, damn, that ain't nothing. Well, fuck it. I like it. It's fun to me. You know what I mean? Shit, fuck around and pay the bills out here. Get up every day with a smile out this motherfucker. That's what the priority is. That's where we run around here putting our energy into, investing in ourselves. Because all this shit is going to come out. It's going to come out. It's going to work. Y'all have to understand that shit. It's going to work. These niggas play the lottery every day. It's going to work. Not to say that you should start playing the lottery, but you should put a brick into your future house every day and mentally figure out what is a brick. Figure out what is what is the equivalent of taking a step towards your dream, and do it one every day. Just one step. Just one little step every day. You ain't gotta be you ain't gotta win. Niggas probably look at me like I'm crazy and shit. You know what I mean? Niggas look at me like I'm crazy and shit, right? It was like I went in the casino, right? Went in there and just it was weird. I grabbed $100 and left. Fuck it. A half hour, 40 minutes, some shit. Took $100, put it in my pocket, walked out the door. They looking like, that's it? Yeah, that's it. Y'all niggas acting crazy and shit. I don't know y'all niggas. I'm out. As long as I'm not losing, I don't need to win $1,000. I got my money. I come back another day. See right here, I got my money in my pocket. And the extra $100 that these niggas gave me. You know what I mean? I'll take that. We'll keep taking these monies and shit. You don't gotta win every day. Every day ain't gotta be big wins. But you ain't gotta lose. You ain't got to lose. You know what I'm saying? When you add it all up, it comes out. When you add it all up, it makes sense. See, like I said, like, the problem is we don't believe in ourselves. We don't think that it's gonna happen. I'm like, yeah, it ain't today. A nigga was arguing about $20, and he was arguing. I went to the bathroom, came back. I'm like, man, this is crazy. I'm out. You know what I mean? $20. So fuck it, I'm gonna take my $100 and go, because they losing over this joint. See what I'm saying? So I'm out of here. I'm not sticking around here. The energy ain't right. I'll come back another day with energy right, and I just throw that extra 100 on top, and we keep it pushing. That's how you live with life. You live incrementally good. As long as you know that your plan is working, and you trust yourself, and you're not blowing your opportunities when opportunities arise. That's it. Don't force this shit. Trust this shit. We're not here to kill. You know what I mean? Like I told everybody, every day you don't want to go viral. Every day you want to be true to yourself. It's some things that I just feel like we need to know. It ain't going to be fun. It ain't going to be right, but fuck it. We need to know it. And that's how you build. We got to put one foot in front of each other. The foundation. Talk your shit. That's what we forgetting out here. That's what we forgetting. Strong foundations. You know what I'm saying? Like, and because again, when it hits the fan, right? When people don't believe in you, When people don't, when they feeling bad about themselves and they want to take it out on you, you gotta have that spiritual bank. You gotta have that self security to know, well, it's happening. I'm out here. I'm working at it. You know what I mean? Like I'm telling you, like the hardest thing to do is accept that you just don't want to go to jail. Fuck it. It's that simple. Because as long as you're in jail, I'm out here. I'm working on it. It's fucking crazy. That simple. Give me a day. Give me a chance to work on me, to put me in a better position. Because again, it's going to pay benefits. It's going to benefit. You see what I'm saying? It's going to have a return on the investment. You see? That's the spirituality. That's what we want to do. We want to prioritize our knowing. I am our avatar. Like again, I don't want y'all to have avatars. These is motherfucking. These is your titles. These is your What is this shit? These are your embodiments, right? This is who we are, who we is through the shit. But that's how we gotta move out here. And it's definitely based on a solid foundation. Because again, when you fall, you want to fall on your solid foundation. You see what I'm saying? How else would we be able to leave hidden cities to be dug up in the future? Okay, I like that. I didn't think about it. Damn, Tara? Tara? That's how you feel today, Miss McKinstry? The Burger King? That was cute. You gotta put her on the screen. Look at that. Tara, that's how you feel? That's crazy. But I guess she said burger like a German. So I wouldn't mind being a Burger King. Them burgers is rich. Like, do you know what a burger is? You know what a burger is? A burg, the way you spelt it, is actually a fortress. You weirdo. So the Burger King is the king of the fortress. Miss Tara McKinstry. You a Scot? What are you, Irish? What are you, Tara? Huh? You just called me the king of the damn fucking fortress. You called me the Burger King. You spelled burger wrong. But you probably a foreigner. Probably a latchkey. One of those anchor babies. Where your parents from? Where your parents from, Tyra? Tara? We know they ain't smart. Niggas didn't teach you how to spell. Oh my God, I'm a guy from Dublin. This nigga. Damn, you got a fucked up life. You walk through life named Tara. Shit. Tyra, hey Tara. This nigga walking through life named Tyra. Shit. It's crazy. Damn, poor guy. How long y'all family been in Dublin and shit? I know where Dublin is. How long y'all been in there? Y'all just moved there in the 1900s? Where y'all from? You got it. I'm on my mom's account. Now he's on his mom's account. Tyra! Tyra! Yeah. Your mom's account. Your mom's a baddie, probably. Tell your mom to come in. Tell your mom to come in. She want to learn some history about the blacks, about the black rulers of Scotland and Ireland. That's what you want to learn in England about the royals. That's what you're here for, Tyra. You want to learn the truth about the royals. You call me the Burger King. You must know who I am. You must know who I am. You must know that my last name is. See, that's why I want to tell y'all this shit, right? I remember I told y'all that I'm the missing piece for the European Indian. I told y'all that. He called me a Burger King, but my burger, that translation, that transliteration is in my last name. That's how I'm telling y'all about this. So you must know who I am there, Tyra. Is that what this is? You didn't take it disrespectful. You know, you must know who I am there, Tyra. You done called me the Burger King. You know, that's what you want. You want me to be? You want me to be my European royal self right now? You want me to be an Indian during Europe, American Indian Heritage Month? But yes, that is true. I am one of the royals. They be mad at that, boy. Like, don't start playing with me, kid. I don't even start playing with me and shit. He don't know numbers. He don't know numbers and shit. But no, let's talk. Like, don't get scared now, Tyra. What's your real name so I can stop calling you Tyra and shit? This nigga. You want to talk about the blacks in Europe? Is that what you want to talk about? Or do you want to talk about the Germans in Europe? What do you want to talk about? What is your heritage? You from Dublin. You from Scotland. Right? Okay. So where are the rulers from Scotland from? They don't start there. They're not from Scotland. Nobody's from Scotland. You a Scot? That's not a real thing. Scotta is the name of a person, is what they say Scotta is. Scotta is a name. So you can't be a Scot. Don't act like you a Scot. You know what I mean? It's not a thing. It's not a people. The Scots. That's some new people and shit. But Scotta is a person's name. So you're not a Scot. It's people that lived on that island. Is that you? That's what I'm saying. I don't think that that's your heritage. You know? You know what I mean? I don't think that that's your heritage. But I would like to know, tell me if that's your heritage. If you can trace your family back past 1800s, let me know. Because how long y'all been in Scotland? I know you're a McKinstry, right? That's a strong Scottish name, but think about it. How long y'all been there? This white boy's here named Chevy Chase. My I don't know, granddad came here and changed his name to Finch. You know what I mean? So white boys moved to a country and they changed their name. You ever meet a white man named Goldman? You ever meet a white boy named Silverman? That ain't his name. So I'm just saying, tell me your history. I can help you out here. I ain't gonna lie, I can't trace your last name. Like usually I'm really good with last names, but I can't trace your last name. You can say that you're part of the McLeod clan. Just because you got a Mick in front of your name, that don't mean that y'all ancient. You know what I'm saying? If y'all ancient, tell me you ancient. Y'all go back to how far y'all go back? Y'all in the book of y'all in the book of Doom? Y'all in the Doomsday book? How far do y'all go back? Stuart. Oh, here we go. Told you he not from Scotland. Stuart is my clan name. And what Dway are the McAllisters of Dublin? Dway. Oh. So you're a Stuart. You're a Stuart. So yeah, the Stuarts are not from there. The Stuarts are royalty. See, I told y'all this. You could trace all the kings of England back to one town, one little count, not one town, but one county. All of them trace back to one county, and that is where you trace my family name to. You see what I'm saying? So he's saying his clan is Stuart. How is Stuart from? Okay, but if you a Dwee, I never heard of Dwee from Dublin. I never heard it. Like, see, I understand that they're ruled by England though. Scotland is ruled by England, not Ireland. Ireland is a little different, but Scotland is ruled by England. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, like I don't know if you knew that, and I don't know what word means. You gotta tell us something about yourself. That your clan is Stuart. He said his clan. Like Stuart's not a clan, dog. How is Stuart a clan? Stuart is a title. Stuart is a title. Like a tutor is not a name. A tutor is a title. That's what I'm saying. So if you the Stuart clan, okay, where y'all come from? What city in England do y'all come from? Tell me, and I'll say if you're right or not. But I don't want to say it because I don't want to give it away. They rule the. What y'all mean us? See us. You hear this? Us. The Scots the Scots are the ones that rock with the British in this whole new thing. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I know when you got there. What you mean? The Scots is with this is with the. Do you understand? Okay, let's listen to him. I understand. So the British, right? The Queen of British is a German, right? The Queen of Britain is a German. I get it. She's from where? Dane, right? They from Dane, they Danish Germans from Denmark. They came in with King George, right? The Prince of Orange. We get that. But when they came in with you guys. They was bringing in you guys. Come on now. So you was there before that? Tell me that. You was there before that. Y'all family was there before the Queen of England came in there and took over? Because those are the royals. So you a royal? See, he said my clan. He didn't say my royal family. You know what I mean? Like the royals were in position before the queen that takeover came with the Germans. You see, the last king of England was King Charles the second. Everything else is just a takeover. They changed their name. And that's what I'm saying. I can't go by your last name because they changed their name. They did. They changed their name. That's what I'm saying. I can't. The whole like, look, y'all gotta understand. All right, who William Penn? William Penn ain't an Englishman. William Penn is a German. He come in because he helped the king win the war. Right? We know how William Penn got the land during the fight. What they call in the English Civil War. That's what they trying to call this shit. But it wasn't the English Civil War. It was a German takeover. You see what I'm saying? So he's saying they changed their name in World War II. Why? Because in World War II, Hitler, um, the king said he wasn't going to fight against Germany because they was his brothers. He was a Nazi. The King Edward, what's his name? Edward, right? King Edward, the dude that married the lady, he gave up his throne so he could marry some freak, right? he told them niggas he a German. He put it out there. So they changed their name from the Germans. That's what he's trying to say. They changed their name from the Germans during World War II. Yeah. Yeah. They changed their name. So I'm asking you, are you a German? I know too much history, man. Y'all lucky we at the 1 hour mark. We can entertain this. I know too much history. Don't worry. You might be young right now. I hope you 18 though. If you're not 18, you gotta turn away. You gotta turn off the screen. I have some German. You got a little German in you. I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad. And y'all see how he spelt it? He spelt it with an E-N. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? It's plural with the E-N. We say Germans. He homeschooled. All right, man. I don't want. I I can't. You too young, man. You too young, man. But I definitely I wish you the best, bro. You gonna be all right though. Cause you know a lot. You know a lot. You said World War II they changed the name. That's all you need to know. You find everything from there. Why they start changing the name? You gonna be all right, kid. And you hold on to your. I like this kid. He said, "You think those Brits rule us?" He got the right attitude. You know, he got the right attitude. So as long as you're not bowing down to the British Empire, you cool with me. You know what I mean? I like that. But yeah, somebody get this kid out of here. Somebody block this kid. You too young, kid. You gotta be at least 18. I apologize. My part. This is real adult conversation here. This is high level intellectualism. But he's a smart kid though. He would have fooled most of these people. He would have fooled most of these people. Smart kid. But I just knew he was just a little bit too inexperienced. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, somebody get that kid out of here. We don't want to be a corrupting the youth. We want to be adults and be able to make God body decisions out this joint. But yeah, like we say about that type of situation, right? Like again, that's what I'll be saying. Like when I get after the end of this month, we gonna get into some of that too. And like I say, the part that I know about history, you can't really. It's hard to connect because you gotta really have a reason to look for it. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of this stuff, you really hard to look for. You know, like a lot of this stuff, I'm chasing people. I'm looking for where this guy go, where did Mora go, where did he? You know what I mean? So it's like you chasing people through history, but then it was like this was different. It was like I found one thing that wasn't supposed to be there, and it's never supposed to be there and shit. Like I'm telling y'all, like if I can tell y'all Indian culture in Europe and like again the shit that I'm gonna show y'all, it don't even make sense. Like how did they hide this? How do they hide this? But they hide it there just like they hide it here. You know what I'm saying? But it's you gotta be down with the royals though. You know what I'm saying? And that's what no, he said he back. Damn. How y'all let him back? Don't let him back in, y'all. Block him, y'all. Please block this young man on his mom's account. Make him go get another account. This is an adult conversation. Please, somebody. Shelly, I know you in here, Shelly. Block this kid. Shelly ain't gonna block the kid. Cuz, block this kid. This is an adult conversation. Yes, somebody, please block this kid. Can we have an adult conversation? Y'all gonna make me block this kid. This is crazy. All right, just be quiet. Sit in the back. Are you 19? Okay. All right. I'm gonna let you rock. I'm gonna let you rock. I'm gonna let you rock. You see, cause see how Texas get real rude real quick. I don't want it to get crazy. Everybody relax. Everybody relax. But yeah, the history switched, man. When the Germans came in, like I say, William Penn, he's a German. A lot of the people that came to America, these are more Germans. They acting like they came in as British, but they weren't British. They were Germans. You see what I'm saying? That's just how it went. And everybody that had a title lost their title. So if a nigga is an Earl of Canterbury now, he wasn't the Earl of Canterbury before. You see what I'm saying? Because they lost to all the Germans. So now all the Germans come in and take over the titles. Again, William Penn didn't get land when they first came to America. They had Virginia, which is Jamestown. They had South Carolina. After they do the takeover, South Carolina ain't got nothing to do with the king they talking about, King George. None of that's all fugazi. But you got to look at the people that took over. They took over those titles and they took over as the royalty. So now when you go look and somebody got your last name and they the Duke of this and they the Earl of that, you got to understand they came with that William Penn. Associate every German king or queen, I mean, every British nobleman as a person that came in with William Penn. That's how it worked. If you help me fight the war, you get a land patent. You see that? William Penn, Pennsylvania was a land patent for a nigga. You know what I'm saying? You help, just like niggas got land patents for helping them fight. That's what William Penn got. You know what I mean? So, nah, you cool. You 19. You cool. You grown. You adult. You make your own decisions. I'm just not trying to be influential on people that's too young. My influence is crazy, man. Modern day white ghettos, Syracuse. But yeah, like, so again, like, you have to understand too that like I say, the sad part is that, you know, they don't care about nobody and shit. They don't care about nobody, you know. But yeah, you can ask questions though. I mean, if you want to know your history, like I just told, like, that's when the history of when you got a little bit of German in you. You know what I'm saying? You got some German in you. If y'all been there long enough, it's because of these it's because of the queen. You know what I'm saying? I mean the king of Orange, King George. You know what I'm saying? That's when the thing switched. You know what I'm saying? But everybody come over here, not everybody, but a lot of people come over here and they kept their names. You know what I'm saying? And see, a lot of people names ain't names. You know, that's what people don't understand. Like, again, your name, if you got a European name, it could really be, like I tell you about America. It's two types of names in America, basically, right? And how you know American Indian names is because it's not occupational. If a nigga last name is Butler, it's because that's a job, right? Occupation. But if his last name is Park, Woods, Peoples, you know what I'm saying? These are names that are American Indian names and they're associated with the American Indian culture. You see what I'm saying? And a lot of names are shortened from longer names too, you know? But those cultures and those names was a lot of those people that came here though. German came through the back door. They definitely came through the back. But see, that's the thing. Like, that's when we get into that whole war shit, right? They didn't come through the back door. It's like they come with money and they come with service, like we talked about the other day. So that's how, you know, they slide through and shit. The dude that married the lady, what you talking about? Now you back. I asked you to block the young man and you wouldn't block him. Now you back, huh? Yeah. Now see, that's the we got German from Vikings now. But who, all right, so who are the Vikings then? Is the Vikings or the Normans? You know what I'm saying? The Vikings, there's no such thing as Vikings. What, everybody's a Viking. A Viking is the action. A Viking is something that you do. You go Viking. ING. It's the action word. You see? Viking doesn't mean, it's not a particular person. The people that went Viking, we call them Norman. They from the north. You see? So those men are Norman. They try to say that there was a Norman invasion in England, right? But that shit ain't get too much ground, right? But we will give them that in the 1000s. We'll give you a little Norman invasion, but y'all didn't go to the cities that we were rocking in. You know what I'm saying? But we can probably give that to history. You know what I'm saying? Just, but everybody kept basically their whole situation. with the first Norman invasion. But um those are Germans, but those are mulatto Germans, and they were let in. You know what I'm saying? These are people, like I say, they were let in. You know, a lot of these Germans were let in, and they were let in by by Hasianic League. So you know, shout out to Copycat. I know he has scheduled a live stream to do it. He was going to do this last Sunday. Copycat was going to do this last Sunday. He came back out with the God's Five. You know what I mean? These niggas gonna beat the dead horse. But the boy Ali Muhammad went on side Netta because I was gonna do something to 8. So they went on side Netta to try to block me, but my thing ain't me. My thing is a robot. But yeah, so he pushed it back to tomorrow. But yeah, I'm sure he gonna do his thing and charge off for it. But I'm gonna do it for free. We gonna probably take a lot of time to do it. All those different places and shit. Germanic Vikings. That's what it is. Not every Viking is a German, because you gotta understand that the Muslims is Vikings, and Muslims is, you know, Muslims is Vikings. But yeah, the Vikings is a Norman. In this, you know, that's what a Viking is. A Viking is a Norman. If you trace the North, see, that's what we don't understand what the Norman invasion really was and how it works. That's what I'm saying. Like, and we don't understand like what a king is. That's why I'm telling you, like niggas was killing kings. So the dude came in, but niggas was killing kings and deposing kings. So it didn't really matter who was the king. Everybody had their own castle and ruled their own fucking thing. You know what I'm saying? So only time it really got corrupt was when, you know, the Civil War. And it was like, now they let the other people in. Everybody was first keeping them at bay. But then they let them in. And that's the trick king. That's why you got to look at, you know, Queen Elizabeth and them. Like, y'all looking at King James, but you got to look at Queen Elizabeth and how she's fighting. You know what I'm saying? Because again, understand this. Who are the Spanish? Right? We saying that they Spanish, but they not no, like, Spaniards are Germans, right? Spanish people are Germans. Castilians and Aragon, whoever we want to call these people, they are Germans, yo. They don't have Spanish they don't have a language, right? Until they get into that peninsula. So they don't come with Spanish. They didn't create Latin, you know what I'm saying? So Spanish is not even a language. They learned that there. So you gotta understand that the people that they call it Castilians are Germans, and they're German converts to Christianity. You know what I'm saying? The Pope paid these niggas to be what they was doing. And then they just became Germans. They just took over. But they was already Germans since the 1000s, if you believe all of it. But again, like I say, all of this stuff happened. It just wasn't so stretched out. They stretch out history so they can make it seem longer. But what they call it the 1000s is probably just 100 years before this whole bullshit really hit the fan. You know? But yeah, most Vikings are Germans. That's what you gotta get. I don't know what y'all talking about. Oh, it's raining. Let me close the top right quick. Pardon me. He said Muslims come from Ishmael. I mean, you don't believe in Bibles and Bibles. If you don't, hopefully, let me know if the sound's still on. I had to close the top. But we don't believe in the Bible. So none of that is true. None of that is true. Muslims come from Africa and Europe. Christians are Muslims, dog. You have to understand that the first Christians, what they call Orthodox Christians, are really Muslims. It's a thin line between a Christian and a Muslim. You know what I mean? They all believe in the same thing. They all believe that they was created. You know what I'm saying? So it's a thin line between a Orthodox Christian and a Muslim. That's why they live so close together, and they never complain about it because they all really, like Orthodox people, don't really believe in Jesus as the same God. That's a new type. That's the German aspect of it. You know what I'm saying? That's what the Germans added. You know, see, like I say, it's really hard to look at history if you're not using a premise. Like we all could have a conversation, except for Texas, about Germans and keep it highbrow, right? And because we all know what a German is, right? So we all can have a conversation about Germans and we can keep it highbrow. You know what I'm saying? So if you're a Muslim, that's something that you converted to, like, I don't know. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? That's a religion, bro. I can't really deal with you in religion and shit. We don't have what do you want to know and shit? You think it's real? You think the Bible is real? You think the Quran is real? You think, I mean, Muhammad is a caveman. I mean, what do you want me to say? You believe in a caveman religion? You think that's real? That's what I'm saying. A lot of this stuff ain't for everybody to believe in shit. You know? Like the first thing you need to do is throw that Quran in the trash. Peace to the guys. First thing you need to do is throw that Quran in the trash. You know what I'm saying? Use that shit as toilet paper or something. You know, if you think a man sat in a cave and got a fucking message from a bird, then you got a fucking other thing coming to you. You know what I'm saying? Not to say that a nigga can't be can't come out and write a book, but not to say he got it from a bird. Yeah, man. Like again, like so, I'd rather talk to you about history than to waste our time on religion because it's not gonna help you. It's just gonna hurt your feelings. You see, you a Muslim, you want to go to heaven so you can get 90 wives. You don't even care about your life right now. He think when he get to heaven, it's gonna be 90 wives for a nigga. Like that, you know what I'm saying? Like they got everybody get something good on a refund on the back end. So a nigga that's a Muslim, they hard to talk to. You know what I'm saying? A nigga that's got a promised land, that's hard to talk to a nigga. Cause you don't, you know what I mean? Like you don't want to take their promised land from them and shit. If a nigga's a believer, you know what I mean? He like, hey man, go ahead, man. Waste your whole life waiting on a motherfucking 90 women and shit. I know I want 50, right? He want 90 and shit. This nigga crazy. Peace to the guys. Welcome back. Where you been at? See, now he got another name that he can play up. You know what I'm saying? The man of marathon. You know what I mean? Marathon, whatever the hell it is. What is that? You know what I mean? He trying to break out. Is the Bible and the Quran metaphors for mind control? I think. Is the Bible and the Quran? I'm thinking. Is it metaphors? It is metaphors for mind control, but it's also. I'm not gonna say that it's not learning lessons for children and shit. That you can't take half of this and like again they got it's oneness teachings. Catholicism is universalism. Catholic means universal. You see, this is a universal teaching. This is oneness. We just lost it. It was taken over. See, again, we don't understand that is not necessarily for us. We are the teachers. We are the guides. We are the the standard for the mind, right? So for some people that don't have the mind, again, you gotta understand. Like I say, if you accept the premise of the Bible, where there were some people that were created, those people that were created might need to catch up. How do they catch up? Because again, nobody said, no, everybody's forgetting the fact that even in the Bible, it was some other niggas around. The nigga went and found a wife his age. How he get a wife his age? They done killed Cain. They done killed Abel, and Cain done moved away, right? Cain moved away. Now Cain got a wife his age, and they having kids and all this shit. So who's the wife's mother? Who's the wife's mother's mother? You know what I'm saying? You see what I mean? So there is people out here. There's a whole world going on. And then these people are created. Once these people are created, they are kept in a garden. When you got a garden in a forest. It's a guarded area. It's a secluded area where you growing and cultivating something planned, something organized. You see what I'm saying? So now you got your garden. You take these people, and when they're ready, you take them out the garden, and you marry these other people. They already been out here. You see what I'm saying? So now, in order for these people to catch up to these other people that already been out here, they need a book. We got to have something set up for them. We're going to make them, they need a carrot and a stick. They need to keep going. They need to, like, again, you have to understand, they say that some people have calcified pineal glands. When you know what prayer is, you can really understand that you first, you imagine in your mind, and then you get up and you pray. The lion prays on his meal. You know what I'm saying? You pray on the thing that you want. It's the action. Prayer is an action. It starts in your mind. You have to know it first, and then you have to get up and perform that action. Prayer is action. You see what I'm saying? Remember I was talking about work and worthy, and if it's worthy of your worship, you're going to do the work. You see? So work is a part of prayer. When you are in tune, when your mind is right. And getting your mind right might be what they use the Bible for. You see what I'm saying? They're using the Bible to get your mind right. But once you get your mind right in there, it's supposed to tell you that you and the Father are one. You know what I'm saying? Allah is one. You know what I mean? Like Jesus said, greater things will you do. So if you listen to everything Jesus say, and he say greater things will you do, it's supposed to make you want to do greater than this Jesus, because we supposed to be listening, right? So if we listening, greater things will we do. Fuck this nigga, I'm greater. I gotta be greater. You see, so that's why it's designed like that. But it's not a end all be all. The end all be all is the mind. The end all be all is the knowing, is the I am. I and the Father are one. Oneness, universal. Catholic Church means universal. Oneness. You see? And that's what this whole thing is about. But for the people that can't get it, that might have back to the calcified pineal gland, they might need to learn how to imagine and call it prayer. That might be the whole, see, like, again, that's why niggas is begging, right? Because they don't know prayer, right? So if you giving somebody a thing that's not prayer, right? That's not the true action, but they stuck in their mind. You see what I'm saying? But when we know true prayer, and we know that we supposed to perform greater works, then we take what we see in our mind, and then we pray on it. We work it. We hunt on it. We put it into real life. We put it into action. You see? So yes, it's real for people who don't have the pineal gland, who need to practice that, who need to open that up and decalcify that, who need to see the oneness of the universe, you know? But it never happened. It ain't no real people. It's fictitious. It's a new thing. It's all new. The whole book is new. No doubt. Peace to the gods. The Culture Podcast. We got divine culture talking in the building. Now we got the culture in the building. Peace to the gods. Yeah, but I guess I don't know. He had a follow up about the religion question. You can ask that. Texas is about to switch the subject, y'all. Um, but that right there though is like it's and again it's all about, like I say, once you start to study your if you want to start off in religion, you got to really start to study the purpose of this religion. What am I trying to accomplish here? If heaven is the goal of your religion, this shit sucks. This should be a way, like, a way to live life. It should be something to bring you something, to manifest something, to attract something. If the Bible is just teaching you what not to do and not what to do, it's worthless. If you knew what to do, you wouldn't even think about what not to do. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't waste your time on what not to do if you knew what to do. But the Bible doesn't provide that. It provides a way for you to go inside of your mind to say, well, damn, what the fuck can I do? How can I be better than this nigga that's telling me greater things will I do? You see? And he ain't no liar. He the God. Why would he lie? So this is, like I say, it's inspiration. This is a carrot on a stick, but it's not for, it's not to be taken literally. It's to be taken figuratively. It's like you said, metaphorically for the mind, but it's not mind control. It is mind control. Is everything has a dual meaning. Everything has a dual meaning. You see what I'm saying? And again, that's why I'm saying that this is not for us. We are above this, but we do have people who might need mind control. We do have people who might have been created by the gods. You see what I'm saying? And that's how as long as you keep the premise there, as long as you keep the perspective of what reality is there, you can accept it. Now, when you start trying to put yourself in there and say, I'm a Hebrew, I'm a Jew, that's when the shit get crazy. Because then you got to accept that you were created. And then you see what I'm saying? That's a whole nother ball of wax. Y'all don't have to accept that part. Some people have to accept that part because that is a reality. You know what I mean? Open up a Pandora's box, huh? Are the Hebrew Israelites snares for the mind that is trying to become conscious? Listening. Are the Hebrew Israelites a snare to the mind? Most definitely. The fuck? That's the worst snare to the mind. The Hebrew Israelites is the worst. Is I mean, is like you say, it's like a sinking sand because they not only like it's a book. These niggas put themselves into the book. They want to drug a nigga into a book. They want to take you and bring you back to a stone age, bring you back to a set period of time that probably didn't exist. You can't use fire on the weekends. You see what I'm saying? They have to continue to dress like they dress now, knowing that none of them people wore cotton. They all wore wool and they ain't had no shoes. You see what I'm saying? But they standing on the corners wearing cotton, looking like superheroes. You know what I'm saying? And not using fire on the weekends. Stuck in the book, trying to bring you into a book. So yeah, that's the worst snare in the mind because they're stuck in a time warp. They're stuck in a in a in a golden era that never existed. It's utopia. It's fantasy. You know? And since it never existed, they can't build from it. They so busy trying to prove that they are and trying to, because again, you shouldn't be trying to make it real. If the shit is real, it's real. The Bible would have proved itself 1,000 times by now. It would have been like there would be no conversation. but you can't prove it because it's not real. And it doesn't have to be real. But the Hebrew Israelites is the biggest snare. They want to bring you in a book. They're offering you a promised land. They're offering you a like reparations for the pain and suffering that you haven't experienced, but some imaginary niggas experience. Your forefathers, your ancients was kidnapped and put, like whatever the book says, Deuteronomy, you know, put on a ship and sold into bondage. You deserve a promised land. So since that happened, come with us. We're going to get it for you. Even though we ain't going to Israel, we ain't going to fight you, we ain't going to do nothing. But you see what I'm saying? So that's the biggest trick, is that they're going to, and again, it's suspended animation. Dig what I'm saying? Like, that's what these niggas is. They're suspended animation. They want to bring you out of reality and take you back and stick you in time and shit. Have you stuck. Like, again, like, what God wouldn't be responsible for technology? What God wouldn't be responsible for advancement in human lives and humans, like in culture and clothes? Why can't niggas wear modern clothes? Why is this God against, you know, advancing and things like that? See, we don't understand that the Quakers and them niggas, they don't believe in God. We think that they use old technology because they on some God shit. No, that's not what they believe in God. They don't want to get caught up in the trick. They know the trick bag about how when people keep changing technology, keep changing platforms. That's what the Quakers. But the Quakers, if you ever go to their shit, like, they caught friends. They don't even talk in church. They don't have no preachers. They got a whole different swag. They don't believe like we believe. They call each other friends. That's where you get the term friends from. So yeah, like, what God would make you stuck in the past? You see? So yeah, it's a book. And that book ain't been updated, so therefore these niggas ain't been updated. You know what I'm saying? Some of these niggas trying to, you know, Joshua, they trying to make Jesus a Messiah too. They trying to be New Testament Jews and shit. You know what I'm saying? But again, none of that works, bro. Like, it's more suspended animation. Why would, if Jesus if Jesus is saying greater things would you will do, why are you waiting for heaven? I'm trying to do some shit now. As soon as the nigga said it, I was fucked up. I had to read this shit. I'm telling you, when my mom saying you gonna save the world, she believed in Jesus, she going to church. I gotta read the Bible then, because how can you save the world if you don't know what the people that saved the world did? I'm believing this whole shit is true. This is the book they gave me out of that. And you get in there and this motherfucker giving you a charge. You get in there and this motherfucker telling you you can do it. Don't doubt yourself. Trust. No. Connect to the Father. Believe in the Father. Trust in the Father. That's what Jesus is saying. So when I'm reading this shit, I'm like, God damn it. This sucks. You know what I mean? Because there's no help in the Bible. It's not. The help comes from the knowing that it can be done. Knowing that you, like there ain't no Holy Spirit in the Bible and shit. Like, we be looking for shit that, like, we be listed, like, niggas don't read the Bible. But the Holy Spirit don't come until the day of Pentecost. Like, that's at the end of the whole shit. Niggas is already dead and gone. You know what I'm saying? The Holy Spirit is the knowing, is the I am, is the I can do this. And that's all that the Bible is. That's all that Jesus is. That's all that I'm trying to demonstrate here, is that y'all can do this shit. But I say all the time, y'all gonna be better than me. Y'all, and I mean, like, again, that's why I don't get mad at people, because I'm telling y'all gonna take this shit, y'all gonna do it better than me. I'm begging and hoping and praying that y'all do the shit, because I know y'all can. And that's what Jesus wanted. He don't want you to fucking do him. What would Jesus do? Fuck what would Jesus do when he telling you gonna be like, you see what I'm saying? So that's what the whole Bible is for. So anybody that's not connecting to the charge, anybody that's not didn't it say that ye are gods? but you gonna die like men ass shit. Like, damn, didn't it say you got? Oh shit, didn't Jesus say he reminded you of the shit? You see what I'm saying? Like, these charges, these is niggas setting you up to fight the big fight. I'm not hating on the shit. I'm just saying it's a fucking book. But as a youngin, I knew that even if the shit was all real, these motherfuckers, it's like the never ending story. It's to betray you. It's like, yo, when the niggas start, when you reading the book and the niggas say your name, you're like, oh, hold up. Cause again, I tell you, it's crazy. I don't think my mom was the only person that told people that they gonna save the world. So I'm out here looking for other people. But when you reading the book, and the book is saying, yeah, we the gods. Doesn't it say we the gods? Wasn't we created in the image of the gods? Damn. So now it's like, if you can accept, like I tell you, we can accept the premise of the shit. Now the man has become as one of us, becoming, you know what I mean, one of us. We the gods. Okay, cool. If you accept the premise, now you gotta figure out how the fuck I got to get AGS. How do the gods behave? How do the gods move? What do the gods do? What do the gods think? Because I have become. You see what I'm saying? I am. So it ain't no damn, I can't do this. I can't fight these niggas. I can't save the world. And I definitely can't go to the book talking about I can't do it. Because this book is saying, don't it say that you niggas is gods? What, the same book you read? Yeah, so put it down then if you don't believe it. You see what I'm saying? So that's why I be saying, like, people don't believe the shit that they reading. But we can't be mad at it because they don't get it. It's not for them. It's for whoever can get it and get out of it. Because the motherfucking book don't want you in it. Like, you ever see a book that don't want you in it? What you sitting here for and shit? You better go ahead, man. Like, goddamn. Now, why you sitting around here, man? Go ahead, boy. Better go get that money. Like, goddamn, nigga. Yeah, nigga, it said you the guy, but you gonna die like a motherfucking rat. You gonna die like a mouse. Like, the nigga slick talking. He's slick talking for a comfortable nigga, for a believer. He's slick talking for a motherfucking reader. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna die like men. Oh, really, nigga? I bet you not me. And when you won, you take it like that. It ain't personal, because that's why I tell y'all, Jesus is your brother until he comes your son. Like he's your brother. God is the father. The source is the father, is the foundation, right? The great mother is the maker. So we brothers in this shit. We on a journey. But once I become the father, once I become one with the source, Jesus is now my son. I've elevated now. Because when Jesus and God, when I and the Father became one, he became God. Right? So when you come to that elevation, you make Jesus now your son. Because you God. You see what I'm saying? And I didn't make that up. That's, what's the boy name who be doing that? I can't think of his name right now. Richard Neville. He be rocking that shit. Jesus is his son. You know what I mean? But that's the real true understanding if you want to use that Christianity as a real thing. Because your goal should be able to be one with the Father. You know what I'm saying? Because that's all the book is doing, is challenging it. Yes. Thanks. I really needed this. Two more. Who wrote the book? The Conscious Mind, Melanated, Not That It Matters, to Prophecy. All right, hold on. Let me deal with that first. Who wrote the book? Not That It Matters. It does matter that who wrote the book. And again, like, it's put it as simple as terms as possible. The book that we have now as the Bible, right, was written first as the Old Testament, right, by what we're calling Jews in the 10th century, 1100s. No, 10th hundreds, 11th century. That's when the Bible was written. by what we're calling Jews. And why we're calling them Jews is because they were bankers. That's why we're calling them Jews. Because the culture that these people practice is what we consider jewelry, right? But they wrote this. Now, again, I'm telling you, I had told y'all before about how the Germans was taking over. They had the Hanseatic League, and they was taking over parts of Europe, and they was started fighting with England in the 1000s. So the same time that they fighting with England, this nigga start creating this Bible, and I mean the what they call in the I'm gonna give you the real. I'm not gonna tell you that it came from fucking Samaria. Wait, I'm gonna give you that part in a minute, but I'm telling you just the quick. So it came from there because these niggas was getting so much money that they needed a way to beam. So the dude Rashi Solomon ben Rashim created these way of being. He came up with these ideas and his founders. It morphed. Understand these Germans is traveling around the world, so they moved to Egypt. Is a nigga named Moses in Egypt. He started writing books too. That's how you get the nigga named Moses, and Moses moved to Egypt, right? So now the Jews got a book, right? Understand that the Germans is no such thing as the Jew. They are Germans, and we know what a German is. So the Pope was inviting the German, like, do you understand? The Pope was inviting the Germans into all of these cities. He not knowing that they not Christians. You know what I'm saying? He not knowing nothing about them not being Christians. So when they took this Bible and they gave the Bible to the Pope, like, look, we got a book for you. He was like, nah, y'all can't do nothing for me. Y'all not Christians. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, so now the the Pope then got Desiderius Erasmus to create the Bible, right? In the first four testaments, right? It was called the Novus Instrumentum, created by Desiderius Erasmus, right? So that's how the Bible comes about. All of this starts happening when you get the printing press. So that's all this is after the 1400s. So there's your Bible. I'm telling you, all this shit is new. Now, is it based on Sumerian text? Is it based on, like, again, like when these niggas go to Egypt, they start finding out who they really are, right? Is it based on Egyptian history? No. It don't have to be, because all of their culture are the same. They all have German culture. We've read this in a book. Like, you know what I'm saying? That African culture is German culture. You see what I'm saying? It's, troglodyte culture. It's diver culture. So the book is about divers, dog. I hate to be the dude that I did all that to tell you who created it. I don't want you to think that no black people had nothing to do with it. It's about divers. Divers were created, my nigga. We don't want to remember that in 2022. In 2023, we politically correct. But you ask me who wrote the book, I'm gonna tell you that they wrote it because they was fucking up. But they wrote it for divers. Only people that they dealing with right now is divers, trolls, and troglodytes. People that know that they were created. Like I say, when I showed y'all the picture of Jesus coming down and giving a book of them niggas, they are in the mountain. You got faces inside the mountain. You see what I'm saying? They gave this book to people inside of caves, inside of Mount Judic, inside of mountains in Europe. If we I did it. You can go to my house, like, where does Jew, where's the first, where does the I did this. Where does the Jews come from? European Jews. So they took this book to the caves and to the mountains where these people lived at, and they gave it to them. It ain't got nothing to do with us, all right? And the Antichrist already came. You have to understand. When Hitler came, Hitler bombed caves. He didn't bomb a lot of cities like we think. He bombed caves. So when people leave underneath the ground, they going to heaven. They coming up here. This is heaven. You know what I'm saying? So that's your prophecy right there. Did the writers of the book use astrology to provide credibility for, No, they don't need astrology. There ain't no astrology in that book. What? What? Christmas? It don't say Christmas date in that book. It don't say Easter date in that book. You know what I'm saying? That book is not about astrology. They try to make that shit like that. It's not about astrology. It's about cavemen being dirty, being fucking filthy, not taking baths, not walking upright, not coming out the caves. It's not about prophecy. You know what I'm saying? It's no prophecy. And I mean, again, the prophecy has been fulfilled with Hitler. Hitler was the Antichrist. And then the U.S. government was 144,000 angels. It's already documented. If you can ask anybody who was the Antichrist, Hitler. You see what I'm saying? So this is a book that they use to bring that out. That's why they can keep playing it out about all this extra Second Temple and all this stuff. It's a book. Astrology, when you're dealing with astrology, you dealing in calendars. So you're dealing with like the Mayan calendar, or you might be dealing with like the Egyptian calendar. But they're not dealing in calendars. You know what I'm saying? That's why they don't even know the date of the Bible. They can't tell you, like, how could you have an astrology when they don't know the date of the shit? You know what I'm saying? They don't know when Jesus lived or nothing. You know what I'm saying? So it's definitely no astrology. And the Pope, he be changing the dates. We in a Gregorian calendar. How we get there? How many days and years did they lose in this Gregorian calendar? So they don't care about dates. And if it was the dates, we be off. You know what I'm saying? That's April Fools. You know what I mean? We think April Fools used to be April first day of the year, but now it's tax day. You know what I'm saying? It's sad his parents don't. I mean, they not lying to him. I don't know what that means, that his parents don't want to tell him the truth. What's that mean? His parents ain't lying to him. He all right. Yeah, they can do that after the fact. They can use the astrology after the fact. Excuse me. Let me turn this on before my battery dies. They can use astrology after the fact. They just coincidences. You know what I'm saying? They can use astrology after the fact. See, that's the thing about history. You know what I'm saying? Like history is designed around the Bible. My bad. Hopefully y'all can still hear me. History is designed around the Bible. You know what I mean? And history is designed to validify the Bible. That's why the Catholic Church is pushing history. You know what I'm saying? If you want to study, like they talk about, if you want to study the real Americans and find out what the American Indians look like, you got to get the German pictures. All the Germans, like Germans, is all in German because the Germans created history, and the Catholics were infiltrated by the Germans, so therefore they got history as their motherfucking subjects in their Catholic schools. You see, so you know they can create an illusion of history and things happening. Like again, you gotta understand, these niggas talking about Julius Caesar. The nigga said, "A te Brute." How you know? You know what I mean? How you know his friend Brutus killed him, stabbed him too? There's no records of this stuff, y'all. All that stuff is made up. You know what I'm saying? Like they acting like it's some plaques or some shit, and it's some scrolls or something that they got Roman scrolls. That shit is made up. It's history. It's utopia. You see what I'm saying? They can say that, it's just fugazi. It's just fugazi. It's not supposed to be real. It's supposed to encourage people. Like, but again, some of it happened. Like again, like see, when I talk to y'all, I deal in historical events. I mean, I deal in past events, not historical events. Historical events are fake. Past events are events that happened and occurred in the past. You see what I'm saying? So y'all gotta kind of keep the difference between the shit. That there were events, but they are past events. They're not historical events. The history part makes it fake. You know what I'm saying? Because again, history is designed to give them some type of encouragement, some type of love and zest for life, and some type of zeal. You know what I'm saying? They don't know astrology. Astrology is an American creation. They don't have astrology until they get to America. You see what I'm saying? Like when y'all see this weekend, I'm about to drop the video on Venus. You're going to see how Venus and why Venus is so fly and important to the Mayans. You know what I mean? But on Saturday, you know, we'll drop that little movie, you know, that Priest King film on Venus. You see? So yeah, there's astrology is in America. All those horoscopes, that's all America. Tarot, that's all American. They don't get that shit before they come to America. There ain't no German tarot, ain't no German astrology. The Germans ain't looking at the stars and seeing like you know, like Mayans and solar eclipses and shit. That's all us. That's an American thing. They have a lunar calendar. You have to understand. Let's be realistic. If you if the niggas in America call a white boy a what? A redneck. Why they call him a redneck? Because his neck get red in the sun. So if you out here getting red in the sun, you not fucking with the sun. You fucking with the moon. You a redneck. Rednecks don't fuck with the sun because the sun is going to damage you. You come out at night and you rock around and you use the moon cycle. You doing a lunar cycle. You see what I'm saying? So they don't have the same fucking thing that we doing. And they not planting. Like again, when we dealing in Venus, see, people say, well, yo, Venus is the morning star and then it's the evening star, right? So when it's the morning star, it's time to harvest, and when it's the evening time, it's time to go to war, right? But if you look at right, you got 3 months. You got January, February, and March. When do people go to war? In March. You see what I'm saying? It's not astrology like we think it is. We make this shit crazy. Venus is not the ruler of the world. It's the ruler of the sky. It's the measure. So they don't have astrology because they're not measuring agriculture. They're not measuring crops. They're not marching to war unless we tell them to march to war. You see, like if y'all study European fighting tactics, they fight with sticks on their shoulders. That's how the Swiss fight. That's how the Castilians fight. They fight with the shit on their shoulder and they run at each other like football. Every spring, after they plant their seeds in March, they will march to war. They soldiers. You see what I'm saying? After you plant, you march. Okay? So astrology is a byproduct. Again, I tell y'all why the sun is the ruler. The sun is the ruler because we use it to measure the time. Just like a ruler, 12 inches, 36 inches, the ruler is the measure. Our folks wasn't spooky like that. We could say this shit was the ruler because that's what we use to measure. Yo, go get the ruler and shit. You see? So the sun was the ruler of the day. We use it to measure just like a ruler. Venus is the ruler of agriculture. We use her to measure when it's time to agriculture, to plant. It's just how we do it. So the European doesn't have that. He don't know how to plant seeds. He just pick wheat, barley. You see what I'm saying? He not focused on that. They don't have Venus as a measuring point. So yeah, they don't have it. They just waited until after they made their book up. And then they start adding that type of stuff. You know? Yeah, boy. Two brothers fighting for the throne. I'm way back then. Fred Flipstone, this nigga is crazy. Helios, Biblios, sign in the heaven, the woman. So see again, Helio don't have nothing to do with nothing. Like again, the white boys say hello. Hello has nothing to do with Helio. You know what I mean? And the Bible ain't Helio. The Bible just means the book. The Bible, the biblioteca, the Bible, the book. The holy book, that's some other shit. But that's again, that's royalty. That's the son. The son, like again, Catholics don't use the Bible. Catholics have a Latin Vulgate Bible, and they don't attach the New Testament. The only reason why the Catholics fuck with the even let the Jews live like that, the Germans be Jews, was because they said that they helped keep the illusion of the that Jesus lived. That's the only reason why they fucking them. Is because they keep the illusion of Jesus. You know what I'm saying? Everybody that's keeping the illusion of Jesus, they're gonna be cool with you. 12 tribes, 12 zodiacs. Nah. Listen, man, it's 12 disciples and all that shit. Like, I get you. That sound good, but it wasn't 12 days in a year. It was 13. I mean, 12. I mean, like the zodiac, again, they don't know the zodiac. What's the Egyptian zodiac? Let's go there. What's the Egyptian zodiac? What's the Jewish zodiac? Like, I mean, what they got? I think they got some shit now, the Zotan or some shit, the Zohar. What they got? But they don't have that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't have a zodiac. The zodiac is an American situation. I mean, again, they changed the animals and they done made this shit. They done demorphosized the shit, but they don't have a zodiac. White boys do runes. They throw runes. Look up RUNES. That's their spiritual system. Runes. They write in what you call runic, which is basically just the runes. These little lines and markers that they look at and it tells them stuff. That's their spiritual system. And that was these German spiritual system. That's how they did divination, through runes, RUNES. So they don't know nothing about the zodiac. I don't know about that, but niggas wrote the King James Bible and shit. Niggas wrote the King. See, listen too. King James was a Catholic, right? You know what I'm saying? You got to understand that. King James was a Catholic. So he is trying to, because again, the Germans is everywhere now. And they got big money. We in the 1600s. The Bible came out in like the 1400s. So 200 years later, Germans got more money. And now, it's like a conflict. So King James, he's trying to fuck around and blend both of these shits. Let's end this conflict and shit. Because again, it's an infiltration going on over here. I'm telling you about the German shit. So you got a German infiltration. So his whole thing is, let's just put these together. We don't give a fuck. We don't read none of these shits. It ain't got nothing to do with none of our people. Put these motherfuckers together. Let's get back to doing business and shit. And then that's where, that's where all hell broke loose. You know what I'm saying? And then you'll find out, like, again, who was funding the revolution and the heading of the shit, who wanted them to go back to being Catholics and who wanted them to go back to being, to stay separate. So it's a real tricky game. Oh, no. Throw some masonry. That's a lot. That's a deep one. I don't want to go that deep right there. That's a deep one. But masonry is designed to be a revolutionary body. It's supposed to help the people that lost the throne. Whoever, like the niggas, like, this is what masonry is. It's supposed to be for the niggas, the Scottish Rite, King James family. They got a claim to the throne of England. So they got a Scottish Rite. That's half of the Masons. The other half is the York Rite. Those are the people that won the Battle of the Roses, the War of the Roses. They were the king until the white boy came, right? So they, you know what I'm saying? Until not the white boy. Fuck it, I said it. So that's what happened. Those are the two people that got a claim to the English throne. Now, how do the 33 degrees and all that shit? That's Indian masonry. That's them Cherokees doing that lodge shit. You know what I mean? Albert Pike learning from the Cherokees these different degrees, because the Cherokees are trying to get back on America. They're trying to get back the land they lost in America, right? So Albert Pike went to Cherokee world and learned that shit. Damn, we going in today, guys. What is it? America was doing astrology before anyone. Exactly. Right. Because we created agriculture. You know what I'm saying? No doubt. This is a lot of info. It's a good one. We definitely at the 2 hours mark. Let's see what we got here. Book of Job says, that's Old Testament. Feast days are based on the moon. This is not a religion response. I'm trying to break through the morphosis. No, I mean, that's true. Feast days are probably based on the moon. I'm telling you, they are lunar people. So you agreeing with me. Right, we're agreeing here. I mean, you know, I don't even know what that is, and I didn't know none of that. But again, I'm telling you that their whole calendar is based on the moon. And that's not astrology, though. Like, astrology is the sixth sun. Like, we're in the sixth sun right now. These niggas said, yo, it was another sun. That was the fifth sun. It was a sun before that. That was the fourth. You know what I mean? Like, that is astrology. You can say the Egyptians, like, again, who are their cosmological deities? Like, do they have are they, you know, anamorph, what is it? Personifying? Is there a Osiris up in the sky? That's astrology. You know what I'm saying? Astrology is not astronomy. Astronomy is the study of the stars. Astrology is the study of how the stars affect life. It's the difference. You know what I mean? Because again, there's a lot of shit going on and we can track it. Oh, that's Mars. This is Jupiter. That's astronomy. Knowing that the shit is going on, cool. Now, if you start to track this shit and predict what the next thing is going to happen, like again, when we say that Venus in the morning star predicts the sun, I mean the harvest time, that is a measurement. That's astrology, because Venus is predicting something. When this happens, something will happen. To say that every full moon we do a feast is not a prediction. It's going to be a full moon every 28 days. That's something that's going to happen. That's not a prediction. Now, when the full moon happens, if you say it's going to be an earthquake, that's astrology. That's a prediction. You see what I'm saying? Like, just to recognize that, okay, on the full moon, we have that's the best time to have a party, when the light's on. That's the best time to celebrate, when the lights is on, because you dealing in people that are rednecks, people that can't come out when it's hot. So they need all the light. You have a full moon, you party. Everybody come out, you can see. You see what I'm saying? So that's what that is. That's not astrology. Astrology is, oh, yo, when this shit happened, this about to happen. You see what I'm saying? And now it's about to switch, so we can't plant no more. Let's go take what they got. They done grew all they got now. It's over. Harvest is over. Let's go take it now. That's wartime, marching, wartime. Again, it's different in South America. They got a different season, but this is the same concept. Yeah, see what I'm saying? So yeah, they don't have astrology. That's not their thing. They're not trying to. God is their prediction. God is the, you know what I mean? God is the person that tells them the times and shit like that. Or they might get a prophet or some shit. You know what I mean? But that's only in a book. The Jews got philosophers. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, they don't believe in fucking astrology. Like you said, that's haram. You know what I mean? They not using the stars to predict their, you know, a win. And again, like I'm saying, once you not spooky, you can use a nigga as a measure. Like we use the sun as the ruler. The sun is our ruler, yo. It's reality. How do we know what time it is? Based upon high noon, mid noon. Oh, it's evening, right? The sun is going, it's nighttime. Everything is in reference in in connection with the source. So man, I'm about to let y'all go, man, because we getting late up in here. I'm gonna try to run through these real quick. Come on, stop. Where we at? All right, let's run through these real quick. Hollywood is Babylon. True. Hamas, German, aka Arab. What the fuck? No problem, brother. My pleasure. Nah, shy, but shy. The Black Planet. I don't know about that. I don't know. German stuff. German too. That's true. But they do have heritage. They just don't have heritage that they want to be proud of. But they do have heritage. So. You know what I mean? Hit me off. Dang. I'm sure you can, but where would you email me? Is the good question. You can hit me on Facebook at Happy Bo Lucky, HAPPYLU Happy no Happy HAPPYBOLUCKIE. I know Shotty like he don't be on there, but I do be on there sometimes. I'm gonna start being on. I ain't been on in a while, but yeah, I don't really do too much. But I'll be on Instagram, like you say, Happy HAPPY Bo BOLUCKIE. Happy Bo Lucky, all one word. Lucky IE, not with a Y. But yeah, man, peace to the guys for hanging out. Shout out to MON, man, Maradona. Shout out to Texas hanging out with us. We appreciate it. The guy Chronic 444. Shout out to the Culture Podcast. Hey, listening, no doubt. Shout out to Tara. Don't forget about Tara, right? Who's Tara? Tara Nervous is his real name. Shout out to Tara. Shout out to Goddess Shelly in the building. Hey. Yeah. Everybody else. Oh, shout out to God's, what was it? Divine Culture Talk. Shout out to Divine Culture Talk. Everybody that came through today, we definitely appreciate you. As always, it's my pleasure to interact with the guys, to converse with the guys. If nobody told you today, me, this guy here. I love you. Love being in love with you. Hey, man, I will see you guys Monday. We back 2:00 as always, rocking out, hitting it. Hope y'all have a good weekend. Hope y'all manifesting. Hope y'all bringing and attracting and practicing and one foot in front of the other. Salute Black Indian Defenders. Salute La Resistance. Peace to the God, the God, the God, the God. Peace to the God.